I do believe we are seeing the end of this whole ESG propaganda. Oh, we're just living in a deep state control of the markets and blah, blah, blah. I've always thought it was total crap. You can go right back to the beginning where I started to be a little bit more vocal about my disillusion when it comes to all of the BlackRocks and the State Streets and the Vanguards control everything. No. This is a bunch of HR Karens that got in place trying to put all of their feelings in positions of power. Not so much that, through meritocracy any of these people raise up. This is just crony capitalism at its worst. And now, well, it's all falling by the wayside. Public support is falling. And then also when it comes to the fiduciary side of things, wow, imagine that when you play stupid games, you don't win any goddamn prizes. And then all the money starts to dry up. And then you start to realize, oh, wow, actually, this stuff wasn't as popular or profitable as we anticipated. It'd be a big shock, right? Support for corporate activism plummets after Bud Light controversy, according to a poll. Most people do not like when business push politics and social matters, according to new Gallup research. No. We've seen something like this, okay? Back in like the summertime, when we're talking about the Bud Light stuff specifically, actually people like it when companies are more socially aware. And what you're telling me, oh no, now they don't like it? Oh, they don't like, oh, okay, cool. Nearly 60% of people think that businesses should not take a public position on current events, up from 52% in 2022. Oh, imagine that. It has still been a majority of people. Interesting. Democrats are more likely to favor companies taking public stances on matters, with 62% in favor, color me surprised, compared to only 17% of Republicans and 36% of independents. Wow, that is a big discrepancy. That 62% of Democrats, 17 Republicans, and 36% independents. Democratic support has declined from 75% last year. That's still a big portion, man. Democratic support is not surprising. Consumer Research Executive Director Will Hild told the Washington Examiner, as most corporate activism benefits the political left. Yeah, exactly. These woke policies that companies are pushing are all part of the radical political agenda that ESG extremists like BlackRock's Larry Fink are forcing onto companies. We'll put a little pin in that because we'll get to that, addressing that specifically very shortly. Head of the Consumer Protection nonprofit group said, we continue to see that social policies known as the S, yes, because it's environmental social governance. That's what ESG stands for. It pushes all of those DIE initiatives, and if we have enough acronyms and we have enough, shady words to describe this failing ideology where it's just a bunch of woke white women pushing all of their stupid moralizations that they got indoctrinated with at university, then it'll just make it seem like it's all encompassing. Jesus Christ, you guys didn't see through all this shit? Being injected into companies through the transgender indoctrination of kids. What do kids have to do with DEI programs and the willingness, or you could just call them DIE programs. I don't know why that didn't catch on. Why didn't you guys start doing it like that? That would have, facilitated the acceleration of this decline and willingness to help pay for abortions. Some of the least popular topics people see corporations wading into are religion, political candidates, and abortion, which see support for corporate activism at 15, 19, 26% respectively. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So abortion is the most popular, but not even all that popular. Only 34% of people favor corporate messaging on immigration, with 37% favoring activism, 39% favoring stances on gun laws, and 45% on racial matters. Mostly because, they're just the far left positions, and guess what? The majority of people in the United States, you can go ahead and take all of the conservatives that are out there, or even just some of the rather unaware independents that I don't know how in this point in time you don't have a firm stance on one side or another when it comes to these things. They're just all like, no, we're good. You don't need to tell us how to live our life, okay? We just, listen, Mr. Christie, we want your cookies. We don't really need your politics or anything like that. That'd be great. Corporate activism manifests in many ways. days, with one of the most prominent being celebrations of Pride Month. Yeah, exactly. Or Pride season. I don't know. Has that ended yet? Just because the leaves start to fall off the trees, and now that there's a lot of empty branches for them to fill up, during which companies can be seen modifying their logos with rainbow-colored. Beer giant Anheuser-Busch lost billions of dollars after widespread boycotts for running a Bud Light ad campaign with Dylan Mulvaney. Now, that didn't happen in June. That happened April 1st. April 1st, your profits are gone for 2023. Sucks to suck. A biological male who identifies as a woman. No! I'm just figuring... No, what? No. This did... Somebody should have told me. I would have had so many more jokes if we knew about that. Anheuser-Busch brand sales have plummeted 24.5% in 1 month. Well, it's all kind of down, and it has been down universally, like 30% the entire time. But, yeah, whatever. While the survey did not mention specific events causing the decline, it was taken directly after the Bud Light backlash. There you go. Countless corporations also issued racial justice statements in the middle of 2020. Yeah, when it was a hot thing to do, and then when everybody started to go, well, was the knee like on the neck or was it on the back, and he had how much fentanyl in his system, and wait, that was just standard procedure for the Minneapolis Police Department? Weird. Anyways, as Hild pointed out, corporations have been more interested in public activism, but the consumers haven't, and it showed time and time again, as it helps with their ESG score. But here's a good point of transition. Investment titan BlackRock mutes ESG talk amid backlash. Yeah, because they're starting to lose money because they realize that, people that are companies that start to buy into this shit wholesale don't get the support like they used to, because a lot of people could just, kind of turn a blind eye and just go, I see nothing, I just go and support companies because that's what I want to do now, okay? I don't need to think about anything, but now it's all right in your fucking face, 24/7, 365. So now people have an opportunity to make a choice. They have the options. They have a plethora of options, and now, well, because, BlackRock can't just go in there or, tank a company in order to just buy it up, which never fucking made sense to me to begin with, but now we're here because they're reaping exactly what they sowed. It's been a difficult couple of years for BlackRock, the world's biggest money manager. Yeah, it's a hedge fund, right? Ran by, Larry Fink, huh? What's Larry Fink's? Anyways, firm is still enormously profitable. Well, yeah, but at least, unlike Disney, they do know when to course correct. They can see the way that the wind is blowing and adjust accordingly. But not Disney, man. They're just going to go ahead. They are going to notice that the winds are coming in from a certain direction, and instead of change their sails, they're just going to ram right into the beach. Oh, well, though it has recently taken some big hits because of the image as a promoter of progressive utopianism through its use of ESG investment guidelines. Red state government officials are defenstrating the company from managing their pension money. The conservative commentariat has blamed the firm's ESG screening of stocks for higher gas prices and inflation. No, that's kind of a Biden thing, but all right. The rap against BlackRock is that it promotes investing in sustainable energy sources but incentivizes oil companies to stop drilling. Larry Fink, the voluble founder and CEO, has been branded as some sort of a C-suite leftist. Some sort? Well, it is what it is. The truth is always more complicated than political agitprop, of course. Fink is really a moderate Democrat. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. When he's up there talking about we need to force ideas and agendas onto people, there's nothing fucking moderate about that, unless you're just admitting something terrible about the Democratic Party. But, okay, as Sun Tzu said, never correct your enemy when they're making a mistake. Aside from being an excellent risk manager during the successful 50-year career on Wall Street, BlackRock's pure ESG portfolio is a small percentage, $700 billion of its $10 trillion in total assets under management. Yes, Fink loves to talk, and he has evangelized maybe too much about the necessity of going green, how climate change is a long-term threat to the economy and an investment opportunity. He says that the sustainable economy could be similar to the tech boom, throwing off millions and millions of new jobs and creating trillions in new wealth and, all of that other shit. Yet, Fink isn't quite an ESG zealot as portrayed. Holy fuck. fuck, what is this? Was this piece commissioned by Larry Fink to kind of soften the blow? BlackRock's messaging pickle was on display Tuesday. Okay, so recently night during a summit of business and finance executives sponsored by the news outlet Semaphore, when its business editor Liz Hoffman interviewed a man named Mark Weidman, head of BlackRock's global client business. And given how many people invest with BlackRock, Weidman is a pretty big deal at the firm. Pretty big deal, pretty huge. He is on the company's shortlist to replace 70-year-old Fink when he retires. He's expected to do so in the next few years, obviously, because what else do you have left to conquer? Not all that much. Despite its attacks from conservatives, Weidman said ESG is a capitalist impulse, a demand from clients. No. Your boss, he kind of let the cat out of the bag on that one. It's not the people who want this stuff. Well, okay, no, actually, I'm going to go ahead and reverse course on that because that just kind of triggered a memory on this one. Okay, cool. Who controls the purse strings of the economy? Who makes 80% of the consumer decisions? Who owns 75% of the debt? Who is normally more likely to have a predilection for these leftist policies? Okay, they are just simply listening to the demands from clients, from the demands of the consumer. And who are those? Oh, those are all of those woke white women that put everybody in place, right? Because women are the ones who fit all of those numbers, right? So, are they the ones to blame for this one? Well, the ones that are certainly in charge, because when was the last time you heard one shouting, "We're not going to be political"? Regardless, on either side of the aisle, they're always the ones with the loudest voices in the room telling you how to live your life instead of, "Hi, we got a product. Would you like to buy it? Because we're open for business for everybody." So, yeah, man, ESG might be on its last legs. Chances are, well, and I always kind of thought that it was anyways. It's just chances are it's probably just going to take another form so that people can be perpetually outraged by something or another. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.